Oh, still didn't bring my glasses. Dang. Oh, still didn't bring my glasses. Dang. Glasses. Did not bring my glasses. But hold on. Maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to read y'all comments as y'all come on. In fact, I don't want this sitting in my space. Okay. Hey y'all, what's up? Come on in. I just came on. Come on in. Of course, I'm not gonna wait for everybody to just jump in. I'm gonna just start talking, and everybody will catch up when they get on here. What do I have behind me? Come on in. I'm Coach Nye. I just got started. We out here by the pond. Y'all know how I like to do. Come outside by the pond and have a conversation, and I like to talk. Huh. I'm gonna go down there and look at that house today. They building houses, and I'm looking at the color they built that one. I don't know. I think they said, man, that is a nice house. Make me kind of wish I'd have did mine that way. But anyway, so I am Coach Nye. I am motivational speaker. I am an author. I am a personal trainer. I am that chick, right? I am the one that helps you get in alignment, stay in alignment, and learn how to create self-love, pour into yourself, right? Teaching you boundaries, teaching you things. That's what my book is about, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. If you haven't got the book, it is on Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and Amazon website. It is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. And it was my personal experience and things that I went through and things that I set up for me during my self-love journey, during my healing journey, because we all go on a healing journey when we're ready, right? When we're ready. It's kind of like in that relationship, and they like, you need to leave that person, you need to leave that person. They keep telling you to leave that person, and then you leave that person and you're miserable, and then you're hurting, and all these different things is going on because of the fact you wasn't ready to leave that person. Regardless of how that person treated you, you wasn't ready to leave that person. That means that you was not ready to heal. And now, speaking about relationships, the thing is, when it comes to, when I speak of relationships, it can be with work, co-workers, friendship, relationships, whatever it is. That's what I speak on. It's not just specifically an intimacy between a man and a woman. Let me let them drive by. So the point that I'm trying to get to is, when we're going through life, we're so busy trying to win. We're so busy trying to get to the next level or beat the odds or, hey, you guys, thank you for the gift. We're so busy trying to win. We're so busy trying to get to the next level. We're so busy trying to not be part of the statistic of relationships don't last, marriages don't last, and things like that. And we are so focused on everything except for the point in case. This is the point. The point is that we are all here to do a job, meaning that people come into our life, everybody is not meant to stay. Just because they're family, remember, we all had to get here some way. We had to come through somebody, through a vessel. You can't pick and choose who your family is, but we had to get here somehow, right? And then once we get here, what are we going to do? Are you going to stay capped in the dome of the matrix of, this is how we've been doing it, this is how the family been doing it, this is how the church been doing it, this is how the reverend been doing it, So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Or are you going to break free of the matrix and become an individual, meaning that you make your own decisions, what you feel is right, and that's where God wants you to be. It's not being like someone else. It's not being like this person. It's being like Christ consciousness. It's about you identifying who you are. See, when you do that and start looking at life as individually, right, as an individual, I look at my life as an individual. I don't care that everybody else is doing something. I ain't going. I don't care that everybody else, it's hot outside and everybody else want to go sit in the sun. You know, they thinking they're going over here and that the group is sitting here and I want to sit under the tree. Then guess what? I'm going to sit under the tree by myself. I don't care if everybody else, this is what they did to become rich. This is what they did to get money. This is what they did to get the job. I'm not doing it. I'm going to do it my way. And my way is going to be the best way for me, not you, not anybody else. It's my way is the best way for me, because you got to remember, everybody, we go to God for a prayer and we say, God, this is what we want, right? And you ask him for that and you say, this is what I want. Therefore, he is looking to bless you, not everybody else. He's looking to bless you. You asked him for a thing and he's trying to give it to him. Give it to you, but yet you ask him for a thing and then you go to do how everybody else do it. Oh, well, I need this money. I'm going to go play the lottery. But you asked him for a thing. You asked him for a thing and then you went with everybody else and how they did it instead of trusting him to do a thing in you. And that's what the testimony is for. My testimonies are not for me. My testimonies are for you guys. My testimony is for you guys because of the fact that things that I go through is for me to come out and tell you guys. Like, hey, you see me, right? You see me, right? You see the things I have. You see the way I look. You see the way I dress. You see how I carry myself. You see, and you knew who I was before, and you see me now. That's the testimony. Who I was before. It's no way I would have got on this camera and talked to you. Now, you would have caught me somewhere else and I would have had a conversation with you after I got to know you. It was a point in time that I did not talk. I did not want to talk. It was one of my army buddies that told me, he was like, man, it's so amazing to see you talking, because I did not talk. And the reason why I did not talk is not that I didn't talk, it's just the fact that I didn't trust nobody. I always felt it was everybody got a motive. I just felt like I never had anything good to say when I knew I had a lot to say. I was just talking to the wrong crowd. So I always felt like I was at a place when I have conversations. See, my conversations wasn't like everybody else because I'm an individual. My conversation was trying to figure out, okay, it got to be more than this. It got to be more to this. It's no way that God created the world, put us here, and said, fend for yourself. It got to be a code or something in the matrix. I've always been that way. I've always been trying to figure out what it is. So everybody can't handle that conversation. Everybody else is just like, So when I was talking to people, so here's something that we had in common. Everybody knew who Jesus was. Everybody knew who God was. But see, when I would go in that and I'm like, no, I want to get to know Jesus for myself. I felt like it was more to it. It was more on the inside of me. And, you know, they didn't understand it. They like, oh, what are you talking about? You know, Jesus in the sky. Jesus all around us. He's in your heart. Jesus. And I'm like, no. I know it's more to it. It's something about me. It's something about me. So I had to learn at a young age to stop being a groupie and be an individual. So that's why I learned that everybody don't deserve my testimony because they won't understand it. Have you ever noticed, like I always get this example, when you go to church, you be so excited, something just happened for you and you're so excited about it. You like, yes, this happened to me. God answered my prayer. I can't wait to get up on Sunday. And they say, anybody got a testimony? And you like raising your hand. You can't wait to get up there because you already imagine in your head, everybody gonna be like, oh my God, like they do everybody else, because they get excited for everybody else when they just say, you know, I remember one time when I was walking, I used to be a street walker, and I picked up a dime and I decided to change my life, and everybody go crazy like, oh, look at you and look at God, right? But then you got something that's really a testimony, something that can change life, something that they see in the flesh that has changed your life, and you get up and you tell your testimony and they all right, now give it to sister such and such, sister such and such got a testimony, and brother such and such got a testimony. Thank you, sister. Thank you, brother, for your testimony. And they shush you away, and that's only because that testimony wasn't for them. See, the enemy will be any and everywhere waiting on your testimony because they need to know, okay, you said what? Oh, that's what you did? Oh, you prayed? You got some money? Oh, you got money. See, if you would have gotten that church and said you had all that money, then they'd have been looking at you sideways. Well, she got all that money. Why she ain't tithe? She ain't gave to the pastor's haircut, the pastor's haircut pocket, whatever it is that they got. He ain't gave it to the pastor's robes to buy him new clothes. You ain't gave it to the pastor's trip. You ain't paid no money to nothing. See, you understand what I'm saying? So that's what the enemy do. They just like, oh, you got money? Oh, okay, you got some money. Now let me figure out how I'm gonna take it from you. See, that's why your testimony ain't for everybody. Your testimony is for the people that God is going to send to you. See how I get on live and the people join the live? So therefore it's meant for them. Whatever I'm going to speak about is meant for them, because that's my prayer. When I get up and I do my prayer, right, and I get ready to go live, that's one of my prayers. The Lord God, I ask that you bless this live. I ask that you use me as a vessel to speak to your people. I ask that you bring me the people that you need me to speak to. And I rebuke and cast away the enemy that's going to be on the live or try to come up against us or take away from the message that you need to give to us. Those are the things that I pray. So I don't get mad. Some days I'll have 200 people. Some days I'll have 100 people. Some days I'll have 5 people. Some days I'll have 2 people. That's not a problem for me, because the issue is that I need to speak to the people of the testimony. So I had to learn that in the groups of people that I was talking to, they were low vibration. And I kept trying to be a part of the low vibration because I didn't know who I was just yet. I knew something, but I just didn't know what. I knew something, but I didn't know what. So in the mix of all that, I learned to speak. Now, because I had to learn who is my audience and who is for me and who is not for me. You know what I mean? What better good is that? I couldn't understand that until I went through my healing journey, and I had to learn to heal, because everybody that was attached to me, I was attached to them because of their potential, the potential that I seen in them. Because I thought I seen greatness in them, because I thought I seen peace in them, because I thought I seen a good heart in them. I thought I seen the spirit of them, you know, of goodness in them. But that's not what I seen. What I seen was an illusion of the enemy trying to lure me in to stay stuck in the crab bucket, in the bucket with the crabs. And that's not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the bucket. Do you understand? I'm supposed to be the bucket. I don't worry about being stuck anywhere, because I am that. Because God said I am, right? I am. He's all of that. And I'm created in his image. So that means I am that. So everything that the enemy try and throw at me and keep me stuck, I'm bigger than that. I am the problem. I'm the whole problem. You know why I'm stuck? No, I'm not stuck. I'm the problem. Yes, I'm the whole problem, because I'm bigger than that. So therefore, your job is to do what? Tear me down. So go ahead, do your job. I just need to identify who I am as an individual. I am the problem. I'm the whole problem. I don't need to be solved, because I'm the whole problem. I already know how to be solved. I am that. Do you understand? So everything that everybody's just coming at me for and trying to pull me down and talk bad about me and do these different things, the reason why they're doing those things is because they see the greatness in me, and they know it's not that they see, it's the spirit in them that know who I am. I just needed to remember who I am. My spirit already knew. It's just that I had to remember. And that's the whole purpose of the awakening in the dark night of the soul and understanding and coming into, right? So I started speaking. So when I first started doing my videos, I was just like, okay, this is weird. You know, I'm not giving eye contact. I'm stuttering, but I would not delete the video. I would not delete the video. I'm like, nope, I'm not deleting this video. I'm not going to try and edit. I would just go ahead and record it, and with all the stuttering, with everything on it, and I'm like, oh, well, it's out there, boom. And that was one of the things that I forced myself to do, because I'm not supposed to be perfect. I wanted everyone to see my flaw, because now you get to see me grow. So now that I'm talking, right, and you know, in the beginning, everybody laughed. It was all fun and games till now. It was all fun and games till now, like, oh, well, look at her. Look at her. Hold on, let me get this right. I'm sorry. Yeah, look at her. She on there. She done went through this, and look at her. She trying to come out on the other side. See, I was doing a thing, but in order for me to become the great I am that's in me, right? In order for me to do that, I had to step up. See, it was my time. My time had come. My hour had come. I had my Lazarus moment. God called me to the front of the tomb, and it's like, hey, it's time for you to start speaking. It's time for you to operate. See, I thought my purpose was my passion. My passion was to help people. Right? My passion was personal training. My purpose is to heal people, not just healing people. I ain't talking about go get your wand and 1, 2, 3, yabba dabba, whatever that is. That ain't what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the laying of the hands and the speaking and lighting the candles and all this foolishness y'all do. I'm not talking about that. See, I was a healer. My words, who I am, because I am pure. I am a good person. Meaning that I'm not saying like I'm pure and I ain't doing nothing wrong, because Lord, child, don't follow me back in my days, because you was going to bust hell wide open with me. But what I'm saying is, I had a genuine heart. I come from a genuine place. Everything about me was of good. Like when I come into your life, I bring out the best in you, and I bring the best. That's why it hurt me so bad when people would hurt me, because when I come into your life, I'm giving you energy. I had to learn about currency and energy. I gave you energy. That means I gave you me. It does not mean intimacy or anything like that. It's just my presence because who I am. I know who I am, right? So I don't come into your life and take from you. I come into your life to give to you. So that's what a healer is all about. So if my hour had come, my time had come, and it was time for me to stand up in my purpose and in my power. So now the same people that was laughing at me, see, you laugh now, but you cry later. See, it's sour then, you know, you want to be sweet, but now it's sour because you got a sour taste in your mouth because you can no longer attach to me anymore. You can't even be in my presence anymore because I tapped into my own power and understood how powerful I am now. Now that I know how powerful I am, now I have to watch what I do. I have to watch what I say because my words set intentions. So no, I'm not going to come after you, come for me. Boy, it'd be stuff I'll be wanting to say, but I'm not going to say those things to you because I understand who I am and I understand that I will set the intentions for your life if you come for me and I say the wrong thing. My tongue is powerful and so is yours. I'm nothing special. It's just that I figured out who I was. So now I'm not so big on letting, no, matter of fact, you ain't coming into my life. It's no more of that as we talk about that song, everything attached to me wins, everything attached to me wins. We walk around and we sing that spell work and we say these things and then we wonder why ain't nothing working out, but everybody around you is winning and you are over here sick, losing everything because everything attached to you will suck you dry, take your energy, take everything from you. Anything that you're willing to give, they're going to take it all from you and you have nothing, but yet they will be thriving. That's why in the season of your hurt, right, in the season of your downness, right, that's why everybody else seemed like, why is everybody else winning and I'm doing good and I'm doing right? It's because you gave them the power. Everything attached to you wins. So now in this season of my life, I'm not even going to say the season of my life, I'm going to say timeline. It's certain words that I don't even like to use anymore, but in this timeline that I'm on, everything can attach to me. It's what I attach to will win because now I know what is good for me. I'm not attaching to everything else. Everything can't get on my frequency. I'm on the frequency of love. And once you get on the frequency of love, then you have your own satellite frequency. And that own one, that's the Coach Nine. So that's the Coach Nine. Everybody can't find Coach Nine. Everybody can't talk to Coach Nine. See, everybody used to talk to Naisha. Everybody used to talk to Isha. Everybody used to talk to Knox. Everybody used to talk to Laurie. See, those were the names. Sarn Laurie, Sarn Knox, Isha, Naisha. Everybody used to talk to her. But baby, matter of fact, Coach Nine, everybody can't talk to me. Everybody can't be in my space. See, when you go through healing, what happened is God changed your name and change you. And everybody look for these big names to change. In the Bible, he didn't change their names to big name. It went from Sarah to Sarah, Sarah to Sarah. You know what I mean? From Abram to Abraham, from Paul to Saul, Saul to Paul, things like that. Got the coyotes going. So hey, boo. Hey, Lisa. But listen, so he changed me to Coach Nine. Coach Nine means something. See, it's leadership. I changed my name in my book. I called myself Malia because Malia meant a woman of strength, a woman of, listen, these coyotes is going. A woman of strength. That's what Malia meant. A woman of strength, power. She was a queen. You know what I mean? She understood. So I changed my name to Malia, but God said, no, you're just going to be Coach Nine. Pipe down, little girl. Pipe down. Let me explain. Coach Naya is better than Malia because Coach Naya means leadership. Coach Naya is going to lead my people. Coach Naya is going to mentor my people. Coach Naya is going to be the example of what love looked like. Coach Naya is going to be the example of what sisterhood looked like. Coach Naya is going to be the example of what family is. She's going to teach you how to love. Oh, well, what a responsibility. Okay, and guess what? In all of that, it puts me still in my queen status. It puts me still in my power because in order to be Coach Nine, I have to sit in my power and stand in my power and then operate in my purpose, period. So when we think and we want to do things on our own and we're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this because this sounds good. Guess what? God's way sounds better. So if I would have just waited a little bit, if I would have waited a little bit, I would have been able to explain in my book, my self-love, Trinity Walk to Self-Love, that, hey, what does Coach Nine mean? Not Malia. Do you understand? So in this timeline, everybody just can't talk to me. I don't care if it's family, friends, it doesn't matter who it is. Everybody can't talk to me. I am not the person I was before. I disconnected from that timeline. Let me explain something. When you get ready When you start to heal and God start to elevate you and you start to ascend and you start to operate in your purpose and you take your seat at the throne of whatever it is, the palace or whatever it is that God is going to give you, whatever mission, job, whatever it is, when you take that leadership role into that, what happens is you sit back and you realize that, hey, where I am today, I can no longer be the person that I used to be. I can understand it. I can't even relate to it anymore, but I can understand it, meaning that I'm not better than you. I understand what you're saying. Me and you can converse and have a conversation, but I am no longer attached to that. My life has changed. So I cannot go on in this new timeline expecting things that the way I used to expect it. In this timeline, it's new. I have to recreate it. And as we talked about with grief, it's kind of like you're never going to heal all the way until you disconnect from the world that no longer exists. That world of that loved one gone don't exist in this timeline. But a lot of people stay stuck and they go through depression and grieve and they go through these things because they stay stuck to a timeline that is no longer there. It has collapsed. It is no longer there. That person that you love has passed on, and this, that, and the third. Your new life does not have that in existence, but you bring in that existence and that memory into this new timeline, and it's causing you to stay stalled at a stalemate. Just stay there. Can't move forward. Can't do anything. You're stuck, and that's why some people can't go on. Some of them die of a broken heart because they cannot fathom or think or get past of going on in this timeline. They won't accept the new timeline. They reject the timeline. And what happens when you reject that? So what happens is life keep going and it just runs you over. Regardless of what happens in life, life keeps going and it just runs you over. That's it. Hey, life keeps going and just runs you over. You become the new bump in the road, the new speed bump in the road, because now you just in everybody's way. Yeah, you grieving, but you just in everybody's way. Yes, you can speak with me. Would you like to do I do life coaching. Your first session is free. If you book it on the link in my bio, under the consultation, book a consultation. But life will keep going, and then you become in everybody's way. You just become a bump, and everybody's tired of you. Nobody want to deal with you. Everybody like, that person been gone this long, that person been dead this long, and you still ain't got your... See, life keeps going, but you're stuck, and people don't know how to deal with you, so then they just push you away. They walk away. Thank you, Shell. Thank you so much. They walk away. They push you away. They talk down on you. They just make you feel they are so sick of you because everybody went through it. Everybody lost this person, and you still over there. You done got off in DRUGS. You done got off into all of that. You done did this. You done did that. You can't. That is a you problem. You need help, but nobody know how to help them. And the reason why nobody know how to help them is because they're operating from a low vibrational state. Yes, they're moving on, right? But they didn't heal. So yes, they are still stuck with them, but they're still going on with the process, faking it till they make it. But you, on the other hand, you still stuck in a place in the world that you once knew, but this new world you don't know. So now in this new world, this new timeline that you're on without that person, you're in this new world. You don't know nothing about it. You don't know how to navigate it because you never navigated a new world without that person. So how do you fix that? Well, you heal. And the thing is, yes, I tell everybody, do therapy. I tell everybody therapy, counseling, that is the best thing you can do. Do you hear me? Therapy or counseling, the best thing you can do. However, you do that, but the part that you can do on your own is identifying and accepting what it is. You have to accept that that world no longer exists. It does not mean that you don't love that person. It does not mean that you throw that person away. You don't want to think about them. You don't want to do anything. You have to identify that that world no longer exists. And you have to accept the fact that you are in a new world, new timeline that was just created for you. You got to remember, it was just created for you. Nobody has walked this new timeline. Everybody that lost that person has not walked this new timeline. Remember, everybody, the person that passed away, everybody has went through this, I don't care if it's a distant cousin, they have never walked this new timeline without that person. So new world, new problems. How do you create that? This is a new world for all of y'all. Everybody that lost that person. It is a new world for everybody. So how do you navigate that new world? Let you be the first. Well, I'll be the first. I chose to be the first with my dad, right? And I said, okay, this is different. I don't like it. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do this. But what I'm going to do is accept it. I accept it that my father is gone. I'm no longer in that world, and I am in this world. Now I create because it's brand new. It's made from scratch. You got to think about it. It's a brand new world made from scratch. So what does that mean? You create the rules. You become the author of that chapter in your life. You take control. This is a new world that everyone that lost that person is walking into. How do I fix this? You created. How are you going to navigate your life now? If you used to get up every morning and call that person, what are you going to do now? Because you can't get up and call a person. What, you going to keep calling the phone? Replace it with something. Change it. You change the way you do things. Change the way you think, your thinking process. Change all of it. Change everything about it. Reprogram yourself. And it's not easy. It takes time. But acknowledge that, hey, this is what needs to happen. That's how you do that. That's how you start that healing journey. Meaning that this is the new life. Okay. It's hard. Okay. It's rough. Okay. The person that you need to help you through this process is the one that's gone. Now, how do you get through life like that? This is a time when you go and you process this. You take a deep breath and remember that you're still here. You're still here. But in this new world, you get to right any wrongs. You get to correct it. You get to be the new you. You get to write this new version of you. You get to heal properly. You get to love yourself. All that love that that person used to give you, and used to give you all this love, and you just felt so full. And now they're gone and you feel empty. Then this is how you pour into yourself. And see, that's what I had to learn, how to pour the love that I was looking for into myself. I had to learn to pour it into myself. I had to learn to become my own hero. I had to start learning how to bet on myself. I had to become her. That was it. I had to become her because all these years I depended on him, my father, to always have my back. Now he's gone. Now who's going to have my back? I'm not replacing him with somebody else because then that would be all flawed because they would be fake. I can't go get somebody else and say, well, dad's gone, so I got you. No, don't want you either. Stay away. You was away for a reason. So now I have me. The whole purpose of things in life, we go through things. We go through loss, we go through breakups, we go through heartaches, we go through all these things, and it has nothing to do with us. That's the hardest part. That was the hardest part for me, accepting the fact that it had nothing to do with me. Everything, and it wasn't until I accepted that everything that I do has nothing to do with me and it's all about God. It's everything that we do is about him getting the glory. So even though I lost my father, it was something about him getting the glory. Yeah, and I had all the questions. Well, what you had to choose me to do that for? Well, God, why did you allow him to be a great dad to me? Why he couldn't just be a deadbeat dad? You know, and I wouldn't have these feelings and feel this way just for you to get the glory. What is the glory, God? What are you getting? What is the glory in that? Because I don't understand it. See, a lot of people don't question God. Well, that's crazy. Why wouldn't you question him? If you don't know something, what do you ask? I'm like, well, God, what's the glory is you getting in it? Because I don't understand. I don't want to know. Tell me something, because I need to know, right? And what was revealed to me was I had to be a testimony for somebody else. Well, that didn't sit well with me, because I'm like, you know what? Hit him with the Nikki. What I need to be a testimony to somebody else for? This hurt me. Yeah, I know I hurt you. But it ain't about you. It's about me. Now, I know I hurt you, And everybody that knows you know how you feel about your father. So this is going to be the best testimony ever. You're going to help my people. Well, how do I help your people? Because I'm sick of them right now. I don't know your people, but I'm sick of them already because of the fact I had to lose something that was so important to me for me to help them. And I'm being honest with y'all. Well, and as he starts showing me things, it wasn't the fact that, oh, I'm just so special, or, oh, forget your feelings. It was no. Had it not been you, it would have been this person. It would have been her or him. It would have been them. But they're not strong enough like you. See, they were going to go straight walk into traffic. They were going to take themselves out. They were going to deliver themselves to the enemy hand because they can't take it. They was going to give up. You, I know that when this happened to you, you weren't going to give up. You weren't going to, cave in. You wasn't going to drop your heart. You were going to still love, and you were still going to help. So therefore, if I can glory through him, right? Use me as a vessel so they can see my testimony, then I know you're going to give them hope, because everything in life has everything to do with stopping everyone from falling into the enemy's hand. So that's why your testimony is important. So after that came the revelation with that, and it didn't come overnight. It took some months for me to get this. And then the person, of course, as always, every time I go through something, here come the person is the testimony for. They come and I'm able to minister to them. But it was something different about this one. It was my quote unquote enemy. Thank you so much. Now, all these years, this woman knew me. And she did not like me. All these years, this woman did not like me. I found out they had been lying on me, talking about me, dragging my name through the mud, and this, that, and the third. But guess what we had in common? We both loved our daddy. Both our daddies had cancer. We went through the stuff with it. Yeah, we baby girls. Yep, we ain't gonna make it. Somebody ain't gonna make it. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, that's some cadence. Listen, both of us. However, I don't like you. You don't like me. And I don't like you because I was told you was going to beat me up on sight. Hey, I had no idea I had enemies. But when I heard that, I said, oh my, don't threaten me with a good time. See, that was old low vibrational 9. Don't come for me. But however, I always just sat back. All these years, everything came out. And see, I was supposed to tell my testimony because her daddy was getting ready to get up out of here. I seen her dad, and I'm just like, dang. And I seen her face. I don't care how much you want to hide it. I already know this process is breaking your heart. So I had to put that to the side. See how God worked? That's what that was for. Even I was in the middle, in the mix of everything. And I'm talking about I had hell breaking down on me. I had, getting ready to file for divorce because, this one out here doing what he want to do. And I got this going on, and it's Father's Day. I ain't got my daddy. I got all this stuff going on. I can't get right. But guess what? In that moment and in that time of my chaos, it was my testimony time. So that's what it means when it says it has nothing to do with you. So when God used you, right? Stop giving your testimony and your story to everybody, because when it's time for him to use you, yes, it'll be the people that you least expect. See, I was giving my testimony to people that I knew, thinking they were going to be excited for me. No, they weren't excited for me. They don't like me. They not excited for me. I don't care if it's your friends, family, co-workers, besties. I don't care what it is. They're not excited for you because it's not them. They're only excited for you is if their name is attached to all the zeros that's behind it, or all the certificates or certifications that's behind it, if they got something to do with it. Like if you were building your house and you asked them to hand me that brick right there, then they're excited for you because their name is attached to it. Because when they tell the story, they're going to say, yeah, man, I helped her build a house. See, you see what I'm saying? You see it? You feel me? So I had to understand that these people don't like me. They're not excited for me. The people that's supposed to like me are not excited for me. They don't care nothing about my testimony, and it ain't for them. It is for the people that you least expect. That's why you have to do the right thing. I have to walk around here and do the right thing now. I didn't say I'm going to be perfect, and I didn't say that I'm probably going to snap off. I didn't say that either. What I'm saying is people are watching. Every day that I leave this house, I don't know when God gonna use me as a testimony. So I gotta make sure that I always leave this house prepared to speak. I can't leave this house with an attitude. When I get upset and I'm irritated and I leave out the house, I have to calm myself down, because in the mix of that, it is something that God is gonna use me for. Because every day when I get up, I ask God, allow me to be your vessel, Lord God. Order my steps. Show me what the right next step look like. Get me to where I need to go. Tell me what I need to do. So when you tell God to tell me what I need to do, he's going to tell you what you need to do, and you better be ready for it. So when you getting irritated and frustrated, just know that's the enemy trying to keep you from missing the whole point of your purpose for that day. We can't have that. So just like today, I'm like, man, I don't have nothing to talk about. And when I come on live, I only want to come on live if I got something to say, right? I don't feel like, I don't ever want to come on and talk to you guys from my own understanding, more like, oh, let me just get on here and just chit chat and just make up some stuff. I don't want to do that, because I know how important it is to help someone. That's why life coaching is supposed to help people, right? It's not supposed to cure you, or it's just more like helping you organize your thoughts, your life. That is it. So I make sure when I come on here, I have something to say. If you don't see me online, it's because I don't have nothing to say. I refuse to waste anybody's time. And I don't want to smoke with God, period. I just don't want to smoke with him. That's just it. So listen, we're about to migrate to the house. I'm going to talk a little bit more with you guys once we get inside. But it's getting dark out here. And like I said, it's coyotes and everything else out here. They out here talking to the moon. I ain't supposed to be out here talking to no freaking moon. But yeah. They out here talking to the moon. I ain't supposed to be out here talking to no freaking moon. But you know how I start operating my purpose and when I start healing. So not only did I go through, I'm sorry if the camera all in my face like that. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you so much. And if I haven't said so, thank you for the likes, thank you for the follow, thank you for the share. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. Also have my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on. Also have my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble web. Yeah, we just had a long walk. Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that? We had a long walk. I finally got my kids to bring down the Thanksgiving stuff. So I get to do that tomorrow while I'm watching the Florida Gators game. If y'all into college football, that's what I'm going to be watching tomorrow. So get on board. But let me get back on topic. So, through everything I was going through, still dealing with the loss of my father, and hold on, put this over here. Still dealing with the loss of my father. Still, I was going through my divorce. I was going through the loss of my close friend. She passed away. And I was just going through trying to figure out about dating and all that stuff, and trying to figure that stuff out. And I was going through a series. Let me tell you something. I was going through a series of disrespect from different people. And the reason why, at first I was frustrated, like, God, what is it? I'm mad at my business. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm talking about people were disrespecting me, like playing in my face, right? And it was just like, okay, why are these people playing in my face? Why all of a sudden it's been turned all the way up that now I'm getting attacked left and right, God? What is going on, right? Because I'm trying to heal, God. You said I needed to heal. You showing me, right? So that's the thing about the dark night of the soul. Let me turn this off so y'all can get a full understanding. The whole purpose of the dark night of the soul, when you hear people talk about the dark night of the soul, it has nothing to do with no witchcraft crazy mess. No, nothing like that. It has hey Night, thank you for the heart. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with you versus you. It's kind of like God showing you that book of life and opening it up and showing you everything that you did good, that you did bad. It's not about what people did to you. It's about you. He's going to show you. It's showing you the time that you accepted disrespect, you accepted low vibrational things, you accepted whatever it was, good or bad. It's showing you. That's what the dark night of the soul is showing you. Everything. Every time someone hurts your feelings is showing you that. So that's the whole purpose of the dark night of the soul. And the reason why you have to be shown you, because you need to feel these things. Now, here's why you got to feel them with God. Why I got to feel them is, why is it so complicated with God? Why I got to go through all this stuff just to say, God saved me? Yeah, why you just can't take the load off of me? Because if you take the load off of you, you're going to take your trifling tail back out there and do the same thing, right? It's kind of like I use the example of if you run into a wall with a helmet, you'll run into it again because of the fact you got the helmet on. But if you run into that wall without the helmet, you're never going to do that again. And that's the purpose of going through the dark night of the soul and the healing journey. It's so when he show you all the times, bring up the old memories of when this person did this to you, when that person did that to you, what it felt like, and you ran from those feelings. See, you didn't cave into those feelings. You felt it and it hurt, and you shut down and turned it into a whole thing. You turned it into anger. You turned it into frustration. You turned into, I don't know what you did with it, but now God needs you to feel it. And he's going to keep bringing it. It's like things keep happening, the same thing. So it kept happening. I kept getting disrespected left and right, disrespected left and right. And you know what I had to learn? I could, because I allow it. I allow it because somewhere along the lines of me growing up, I was taught that if somebody do something to you, you just turn the other cheek. God said forgive 77 times. Yep, if somebody do you wrong, you just give it to God. And so that's what I was doing. But that's what it kept happening. Now, it is true. It does tell you, God said forgive 77 times, or 700, whatever it says, right? It does say that. However, but that's not what it meant. See, I was taking it literally, like, okay, you cuss me out, I forgive you, let's go eat lunch. No. Ditsy Dumsy? No. It's, okay, you cuss me out? All right, gotcha. It is what it is. This is the proper way to do it. You cussing me out? Are you disrespecting me? What Keith Lee do? Okay. Disconnect, walk away. Now, when they come back, do you forgive me? No. Because the forgiveness, I'm being honest. The forgiveness is not about them. The forgiveness is, okay, God, I'm going to forgive this because I don't want to harvest any hurt in my heart, because the more I think about it, I want to go punch the dude in the face. I punch the girl in the face, and I want to do this, and it's going to cause me to sin. So I'm done with it. Forgive it, and I let it go. But you have to understand, the people that come to you and say, do you forgive me? What they're asking you, they're not asking you in that way. They're asking you in, let me back in. Excuse the behavior that I did, but let me back in. Overlook the disrespect I gave you. I just need to get back in. That's what they're looking for when they say, hey, do you forgive me? No. So my no is not, no, I don't forgive you. My no is boundaries. You are not allowed back into my space. You've shown me who you are. I don't need that. And it wasn't until I started setting the boundaries that all of a sudden the disrespect, the lessons that I needed to learn, because I needed to feel that. I needed to feel what it felt like. It hurted, and I didn't like it. Cindy, look at my shirt. Thank you. She bought me this shirt, y'all. So I didn't like it. So I disconnected, went on about my business, and then leave them where they are. I don't do no more pity parties. I don't do no more, man, I was just a man, I was just a... Shut up. You sound dumb. Your mom decided to birth you when she could have had throat babies, she could have had throwaway, she could have did a whole lot of things, but she decided to have you, and you decided to come play with me in this moment and in this time. No, I'm not doing it. That's not who I am anymore. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore. I'm nobody's trauma dumping anymore. I'm nobody's, hey, well, now I ain't doing nothing. I'm going on a long road trip. Let me call now. No, don't call me. Don't, hey, because as soon as I find out, hey, what you got going on? I'm driving from such and such. Beep. No, it's not who I am anymore. I'm not her. I'm not that person that I left. Once I decided to get on this timeline and be the better version of myself, I disconnected from that. See, that world don't even exist anymore. Everybody that mistreated me, they don't even exist to me anymore. Yeah, they're still there. Yes, 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 yes. But what I'm explaining to you, they don't exist in my world anymore. Yeah. You're still family. I still know you. I still work with you. But you're no longer allowed in this timeline, meaning that I can work with you, but you will never know my business. You will never come hang out with me. You will never come sit with me. You will never be able to, I don't care what it is, with me anymore. All you'll be able to do is sit back there in the nosebleed section, wherever it is that you want to sit with the rest of everybody else, and sit and talk about me and create a narrative about me, because I have grown and I have healed. So guess what? I'm okay with the stories y'all tell. I'll be the villain because I'm her. I'm all of what you say I am. I'm all of that. If you say, oh, you ain't this, yeah, the word that they love to say now, people that know me now, what they love to say now is, let me do the Keith Lee. What they love to say now is, she ain't who she say she is. I am who I say I am, and that's the problem. And that's why you are busy talking about me, because I am who I say I am. I'm no longer dealing with you. See, I'm no longer sitting around crazy anymore. I'm no longer sitting around mess anymore. I'm no longer sitting around chaos anymore. I'm no longer allowing you to lie anymore, because I'm coming with the truth. So if you don't want no smoke, do not come with the lies, because I'm going to come with the truth. See, nobody wants the truth. Everybody say be truthful. God don't like liars. But when I tell the truth, everybody get mad. It's not that I'm telling the truth like you did this and bringing up old dirt. I'm just bringing up the truth of, hey, that's not how it went at all. This was the truth behind it. Then don't. Let me be in my timeline of where I control what's going on in my world. And I'm not doing it by fake. And that's where you have to be. You have to get to the point during your healing, after your dark night of the soul, when you go through and God shows you you versus you. Sometimes that dark night of the soul can last for years. It's all about how bad do you want this? How bad do you want it? For me, I don't know. It was like I was baptized over and over and over and over and over. Like, I went through so fast, and the reason why I had to go through so fast, I understand it now, is because I needed to be right here in this moment. I needed to be healed in this moment because of the things that I got going on in my life and the things that I'm producing right now. It's no way I'd have been able to do it coming from a place where I was. See, this stuff, everything is destined to be. The prophecy will be fulfilled. Whatever it is, that's the prophecy of your life, or whatever it is, it will be fulfilled. So if God timing, which you don't have timing, but if he said right now, then that means right now. So it didn't matter what I was doing yesterday. It didn't matter how long it took me through the dark night. So it didn't matter. He will hurry up and rush me through that process to get me right here to do what it do, because can't nobody do it like me, because this is my job. This is my purpose. This is the purpose of me being born. It's just like angels, right? You got angels that their only job is to do that one thing. So let's look at end of times. That one angel for that seal, that's his only job. That's it. And he could be waiting for years and years. Don't blink, no bathroom breaks, no nothing. The only job is to open the seal. The only job when his time comes is to open the seal. That is it, and that is all. That's what his purpose was. That's what he was created for, and that's what it is. That's how big the job is. So when it comes to your purpose, you were created to do a thing. And when your time comes, you will do that thing. Now, the problem is, don't ever prolong it, because then your dark night of soul is going to be very intense. Mine was very intense. It was very intense. My healing process was very intense. I looked good on the outside, but behind closed doors and on the inside, it's one of them things, if you know, you know. I can't explain it. I don't know how I was operating. I'm telling you, it was only by the grace of God that I was actually walking and talking and moving, because it's like I was gone. Naisha no longer lives here. I was gone. I was in my cocoon state. I was just done. And then I came out after God finished with me, and then I had my wings, my butterfly wings, like I was just floating, and everybody see me and they just like, oh my God, you look so good, your skin, you look so healthy, you look so peaceful, you're just glowing, girl, because I'm a butterfly now. I went through some stuff. I'm a butterfly now. Yeah, give me all my props. You see my wings, you see it, you see this glow. Don't hate, you see it. I know. But you don't know what I had to do to get there. And you don't understand. You see my glory, but you don't know my story. And I had to go through some things. And even in times that I didn't know how to put words to it, or articulate it the right way, and ask for help. And it was the reason why I couldn't articulate it the right way is because I wasn't supposed to ask for help. Because where I'm going, everybody can't come. Everybody can't attach to me. Everybody can't sit around me. Everybody can't just sit and say, ooh, I remember you. I remember. Oh, you know how you was. You remember. No, you ain't going to remember nothing. You don't remember nothing. Because this is my journey. Because at that point, it was so crucial for me to get where I need to go. My purpose was so important. So therefore, no one could attach to me, because it is so important that nobody manipulate my navigational skills, or manipulate my GPS. It was so important. That's why nobody could come and help me. That's why nobody could get close to me. That's why I couldn't articulate to certain people what was going on with me. Because when God is doing a thing with you, you can't even put words to it. It's indescribable. You can't even fathom. It's nothing. All you can say is, if you know, you know. If you went through a healing journey, and people that went through the dark night of the soul went through their awakening and everything like that, they sit back. You don't have to explain nothing to them. See, I have some clients, right? And somehow they became my friends, but my clients, right? What happened is, I already knew what they were going through. They couldn't articulate it. And that's why it was so important for me to go through my process, because it's so important for you to heal. It's so important for you to do what you're supposed to do and operate in your purpose, because it's people out there that need you. So when they would come to me, and I already knew just from the simple thing, even with the young lady that said, hey, can I talk to you? Or what, I already know what you're going through. I already know. It's just that you have to know, because I can't tell you anything. All I'm supposed to do is just guide you by my example of who I am, not give you the whole rundown of my journey. My job is to make sure that you don't go crazy. Make sure that you don't go walk into traffic talking about, I don't know what's going on with me, I'm losing my mind. You're not losing your mind. You're just getting a whole new understanding and walking into a new chapter in your life that you're writing this time, and not someone else. You're writing this chapter, not someone else. It is so hard to go from a place of plagiarism that everybody else did, or cheated in your life, wrote your life, told you what to do, you did this, to now your true authentic self. You are sitting there with the pen and a notepad about to write your life. How? So let's look at it. All these years, let's look at it as someone took you as a baby, right? And you had a whole identity. So maybe let's put it up all the way up to 3 years old. You had a whole identity. You know, you had a whole life. You had a whole 3 whole years of life of knowing people. These people. And then someone takes you and creates a whole life for you. A whole new life, a whole new identity, whole everything. And you think back sometimes, because they say you can't remember when you was 3 years old, but it's something about something feels familiar when you're around certain things. It just feels familiar. When you go to the hood, you just feel like this is home, because you was old hood, baby. But you feel like this is home. It's something about this place. But now you're being raised with a silver spoon in your mouth. And they saying good girl, bad good son gone bad, good girl gone bad. But the whole time it's something about that environment. It's something about something, because they get glimpse of, but then they think it's just a imagination. I don't know, maybe because it's something I've seen on TV. No, it's because that's who you are. It's just that someone gave you a whole new identity in a life. So now reality comes, you turn 18, and all of a sudden, I guess I'm telling the story of that little girl. Let's just talk like that. Anyway, you need your birth certificate, you need your stuff, and now you need to go. And now it comes out like, hey, so I stole you. Now you meet your real new parents, and they as hood as they can be. Daddy over there still throwing up gang signs. Your daddy over there still just like, hey, I knew you was mine. I mean, and the mama like, boy, you would have been a deadbeat dad if you was here. But anyway, this is not getting into all that, right? And you sitting there and you like, dang, it's something that that's why I always felt that way. Now you got to figure out who you really are, because this life that you've been rebellious against with the silver spoon in your mouth because you never felt that you belonged is all you know, but it was fake. Now in this new timeline, this is where you create you. This is where you get to write everything about you. You get a whole canvas and you get to draw and paint what you want your life to be like. The things, how you want it to be carried out, how you want to speak, how you want to be known, what you want to be known for. See, that's when you heal and you start operating your purpose. That's the whole purpose of the Dark Night of the Soul, is to get you versus you so you can get to your true authentic self. And ladies, guess what your true authentic self is? My little thug babies out there, your true authentic self is feminine energy, okay? I know. Nobody let you be a girl when you was growing up. Your daddy was okay with you out there beating your boyfriends up and beating the dudes up. I was still, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I think I was about 10, 11, still running around, riding my bike. I ain't had no shirt on, flat-chested. I don't care. I'm one of the dudes. We playing football, tackle football. I ain't got no shirt on. I'm ready. Let's go. Where you at? I was the best. I was the fastest runner. I was the best doing the tricks on the bike. I can get on the skateboard. I was the best playing football. What? Until this lady one day was like, you're a little girl. You got to have your shirt on. Girl, I disrespected that lady because of the fact I was just one of the boys. Like, don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. But see, my mom didn't pour into me and tell me, hey, get your little musty in here and put a shirt on. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, I got brothers. What we gonna do? What we doing here? I was the one telling the girls, like, y'all go sit down over there because we playing football. Y'all gonna hurt yourself. I'm a girl. So my true authentic self is feminine energy. Meaning that going through my healing journey, I learned how to be me, my true authentic self. Not worrying about a protector, not worrying about having to protect, not worrying about having to step up and be in this masculine energy to get respect. I learned how to just sit back and just accept things for what it is and be okay with people just not liking me. Be okay with people just disrespect, having something to say disrespectful because that's who they are. I had to learn that that's not them. It's the spirit in them. It's the enemy. Of course, the enemy is going to do their job. Listen, you can get up every day and go outside, and every day you get up and go outside, it could be somebody, you walk to the mailbox, somebody done cussed you out, the dog disrespected, the dog done pissed on your foot, did this, that, and the third. It's just being disrespected because this is what the enemy do. One thing about the enemy is going to always do his job, forever do his job, non-stop do his job. Listen, the enemy going to do his job so good because he got something to prove. He needs souls. But it's the moment when you stop doing your job to entertain his job and say, oh man, you know what, my whole day messed up, I'm done, I'm not going outside, and you missed the purpose of what you were supposed to be doing for the day. So of course these things are going to happen. You have to be okay with those things happening and saying, yeah, it's going to happen. All this is happening, but I'm still operating in my purpose. Let me give you a good example. Everything that could go wrong with me goes wrong within a day, but you would never know. You would never know because of the fact, I see that happen. Okay, that happened. All right, this is happening. You know what? I don't even take the time out, as I always explain to you guys. I used to take the time out to rebuke all this stuff. I rebuke you, I rebuke this, and I cast you to the pit of hell, and I cast you to dry places that you can't attach to nobody. I do this and I do that. Hey, Donnie, what's up, baby? I do this and I'll say this and I'll send these spirits away, and I do all this. But what I noticed is the enemy is still winning because it's causing me to take time away from my purpose and my job and things that I'm supposed to be doing, like life coaching and things like that, to sit and cast them away. It don't matter if you cast them away. They coming back because it's their job. I had to learn that they're doing their job. I got to keep doing my job. No matter persistent. No matter what's going on, to continue to do my job. These spirits ain't my problem. These spirits are not my job. That is God's job. That's why they say give it to God. That's why you cannot physically fight something in the spiritual realm. Yeah, she here. You can't. So I had to learn to just say, okay, I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I keep feeling the enemy punch me in the back of the head. Yeah, I keep feeling like he's shifting my wig a little bit. Yeah, I see all this, but guess what? I'm right here, right now with you guys, teaching you guys how to be the better version of yourself. This is great news. And at the same time, I got stuff going on. I got stuff going on in my life. I got people trying me. I got a million things going on, and I got people doubting me. Now, if you was on my live yesterday, we did a whole prayer. And, I was like, okay, I'll show you guys, how you can ask God for something to be a testimony. Guess what? I've been thinking about that all day and just been excited, even though the enemy has been trying to cast doubt on me. You can't cast doubt on me because of the fact God is about to show you something through me. Thank you. Yes, use me. Use me. But I know when he used me, it causes other things to happen, other enemies to come and attach on. Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and the follows. So, in the mix of everything that's going on, just keep moving. Keep going. You want something from God, ask him for it and keep moving. You want to have this and ask God for it and keep moving. How do you ask God for that? How do you get God to do something for you? Well, you get God to do something for you. That sounds crazy, but you just ask him for a thing. You tell him what you want. And then you go operate. Don't say, God, I want a house. I want to move in a house. Yeah, that's it. So my point exactly. So I just read that. You about to apply for a townhouse, and I just said you about to get a house, right? So you get a house, right? You say, God, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to get a house. Okay, cool. You already asked for it. That was already done. It's already done. The next step is go apply for it. Like she said, she about to apply for it. It's already hers. But don't apply for it and then sit and be like, oh, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. What if I don't get it? You can't do that. You got to apply for it knowing that he's going to do it. And that's just what it is. He's going to give it to you. You asked him for it. Now, what are you going to do about it? You don't have to have no candles and speak no intentions and all this different stuff, this, that, and the third. And that all you got to do is do your job, your purpose, your job. You asked him for a thing. Now go apply for it. Now go start looking for furniture. Go start looking at how you want to decorate it. Go start putting collages together. Get an idea. Imagine how you want the setup to be. Imagine all that. Get ready to start getting stuff moving. Start packing the boxes. Pack the boxes. Start shifting things. Make room for more. That's it. That is all. That is it, and that is all. Listen, I told y'all. I've been nesting. What is nesting? What you mean? Because we only know nesting when you're pregnant. Okay. The cat's out the bag. Right? So, with the whole pregnancy, because I'm getting ready to birth a thing. I gotcha. I'm getting ready to birth a thing. So, you only nest when you're getting ready to give birth. You nest when you get ready to give birth. You get tired. All of a sudden, you need a bunch of naps, right? You get some rest because that's part of the nesting, resting up because something big is about to happen. When you're getting ready to give birth, that's what happens. Something big is about to happen. Whole timeline shift, whole change of everything. What you thought was normal ain't normal no more. Matter of fact, the old you is out of the window because this baby has came in and took over your life. That's what it is. So whatever you're about to birth is about to take over your life and transform you to a whole nother thing. Whole new timeline, something that you never knew before. So I was resting. I was always tired. And most people would take that and say, I just feel depressed. I feel like something about to happen, but I've just been so down. No, you're nesting, sweetheart. These 6 months has been good to just not work and just get my bills paid and do what I want. It's been real, but it's coming to an end. I'm getting ready to give birth to what it is that God had for me. God had me cleaning out closets, making room, cleaning out every room in the house. I was taking away, getting rid of, packing up, throwing, going here, going there. See, I was nesting. I'm nesting. Now I wake up and I'm happy. See, this is what happened in the third trimester. When you getting ready to have that baby, all of a sudden you become super happy. You feel good. You got all the energy. You just like, yes. Yes. Hey. Feel good. Feel good, don't you? Real good, don't you? And you sit back and you having a good time. Yeah. People race to impress each other just for it to get gone. And so that was this is my third trimester, and I'm getting ready to give birth. But baby, before I give birth, and before anyone give birth to what it is, whether it's an actual baby or an idea or whatever God has, God's purpose, right? There's always a testimony. Before that girl goes in labor, she goes through the nesting phase. She goes through having energy. She goes through a glow. She goes through that glow. And then they say, and just overnight, one night, her water breaks. And it seemed like the worst thing, but it's the best thing. It's the worst feeling, but it's the best thing. And so when you're getting ready to, when your water break and you getting ready to birth out of your purpose, you're going to feel a type of way. You're going to feel like, man, thank y'all so much for the likes, shares, and the follows. Man, I'm going to miss certain people. Or you're going to feel like, dang, I can't believe the guilt of feeling like doubting God all this time. Whatever it is, you may lose people. You may lose things. But losing the things, but we already know when the water breaks, the contractions happen, it hurt. But the best thing is about to come out of you. You're about to birth the best thing ever that you're going to be in love with. And it's going to be a reflection of you. Every time you look at that thing, you're reminded of you. But guess what you never remember? The pain. That's why we have more kids. Like, oh, I want another one, but we forget about the pain. But we forget about all the gas and the cramps in the legs and the Charlie horses in the middle of the night, all the gas that can clear out the whole house, all the, heartburns, all the I can't keep no food, throwing up, all the hair falling out, the bumps all over your face, you're looking crazy, the stretch mark. We forget about all that and go have another one and just like, oh my God. What happened? Why did I do that again? But you forget about all that. So everything that you went through all the way up to this point of you getting ready to birth out of your purpose, you're going to look back at it like, yeah, it was something, but it was worth it. It was something, but it was worth it. So don't stall your birth. Listen, you ain't going to be out here pregnant like no elephant for months. Listen, it is your time. Your water is about to break. And in the mix of your water about to break, what are you going to do? Have you prepared yourself? Because at the end of the day, your time, your Lazarus moment is going to come. Are you prepared? Did you pack the bag? Did you clean the house? Did you already call the doctor? Did you already make the emergency plan? Did you do what you were supposed to do? Because it's happening, whether you want it or not. So if you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you birthed that baby coming. The baby is coming. So the baby gonna go home and just sleep on the floor? What the baby gonna eat? Have you prepared? Your nesting season is coming to an end. It is time to be about that life. Are you ready to be the mother of that? Are you ready to be the father of what you're about to birth out of purpose? Are you ready for that? You keep saying, I want my business. You mad because your business ain't booming. You mad because this ain't going. You mad because of that. But at the same time, it's not time. You were preparing for it. You're about to birth now. And when it's time to birth, you can't say, well, I can't leave my kids because I ain't got no babysitters and, they just stand the third. Only thing that I feel like, dang, I put my son back in school. See, he was homeschooled for a reason. I already knew that. But I wanted him to enjoy the social life for a little time being. Because when it's time for me to move, when it's time for me to shake, see, he was supposed to just be able to get up and go and take his computer with him. But now, okay, what's my alternative for that? Guess what? My oldest is a grown man now. Well, he's not grown, but he's old enough now that he can make some stuff happen. Because it's time for me to move. And then when it is time to shift, well, it is what it is, baby boy. You coming with your mama. You're going to be homeschooled. However, I have a plan for it all. Everything is just not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Are you ready? Because you'll be shifted into your purpose just like that. The problem is you'll be, what are you expecting? Are you expecting your shift to be you standing on the stage with all the lights and the microphone and everybody screaming your name? Go look, Kiki, Kiki, Shakita, Lil Peanut now. No, get out of the expectation and let God use you. Because right now, like, my water can break at any moment now, and I can give birth right now, and then I'll be looking like, well, what is supposed to be? And the whole time this is it. This is it. The right person at the right time has seen me on the live to do the right thing, and then boom, voila, period. Everybody think you got to be out, and you got to be seen. You got to be looked at. I got to be in the club. I got to be around all these people. I got to be rubbing elbows with this person and that person to be seen. I got to be attached. I don't have to be attached to nothing, because that's what happens. The no name all of a sudden becomes the name. Everybody will know who Coach Nye is. And it's not a thing of me saying like, oh, well, I'm wishing and hoping I just want to be a coach. No, everyone's going to know who Coach Nye is. Period. It just is what it is. It don't have to be a grand, you'll know me. Mm-hmm. You'll know me. And it's not a thing of, they're going to know me because I'm going to be this big person. I'm going to be on all these podcasts. I'm going to be all that. No. See, when God is in the mix, he's known, but he's not loud. But everybody know who to call when they need a fix. Period. So that's why I have to continue to operate in my purpose, because I am supposed to be out here helping others. I'm going to help you heal. I'm going to help you and teach you self-love. I'm going to teach you what love is, because you cannot get into your purpose until you tap into the frequency of love. And then when you tap into the frequency of love, then therefore you can start operating. So in order to get to the frequency of love, then somebody got to teach you how to get there. And it ain't somebody that's going to sell you an ebook and tell you, hey, give me all your money and I'll tell you how I became successful. Well, I'll tell you how I became successful. I became successful because I said a thing. I declared and decreed a thing. I said I am going to be successful. I am successful. I didn't do an affirmation of repeating over and over. I asked God, what is it that you need me to do? I asked God to put me into my purpose. Whenever you get in your purpose, you're going to be successful. It's not about a dollar. See, I don't have to work to get money. The money going to come to me. Whatever I need the money for is going to come to me. We talked about that last night, about the $250 million. We talked about that, right? I said, well, God, you said I wanted to be a testimony, but I'm not going to get on here and say, y'all, remember we talked about $250 million? I got $250 million now. No, I don't want to be like that. But listen, I'm never going to do that, but you'll know. You'll know. For somehow I'll be painted in gold. And strawberries. You are so welcome. But I'm just saying, those are the type things. I asked God for a thing and then I just start operating. Listen, if y'all don't know Michelle, then y'all go ahead, follow Motivation Michelle. Go into her link in her bio, download the guide. It asks you for your email to sign up for it. And then go to her podcast. Link up with that. Now, it's so funny because, Michelle, it is so crazy how you have been working and you've been feeling like you ain't been working. You got a million things done, because that's how I was. I don't know how I wrote a book, did the podcast. I did like 12 episodes. I did, I wrote my book. I was writing programs, photo shoots, in the gym training, doing all that. Wasn't tired because I was operating in my purpose. So whenever you operate in your purpose, you don't get tired. And it's like, okay, God, I did all that. And I'm like, well, God, Where's all this success come from? Well, hold tight. I got you. See, now with the other book, I don't do the whole, and that's another thing I want to tell you guys. If y'all are writing books or thinking about writing a book and you're on a chapter and you stopped and you got writer's block, things like that, and that's not writer's block. What that is a protection of, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to give you, trust in God to give you what you need to say. Because right now, I haven't written in my a chapter or anything, edited or anything with my book in maybe 2 months. I've been working on programs and other things, but I haven't touched it because I don't have nothing to say. The reason why is because I haven't went through it yet. How am I help you by writing about something that I ain't been through yet? Each chapter is very personal into the self-discovery and the self-awareness of you. And if I want this workbook to be successful, then I got to make sure that I can relate to it. So that you can relate to it. If not, I can just write something and get it done and pass through, but that's not who I am. I'm not writing a book for me. I'm writing a book because this is part of my purpose. So stop thinking that it's a writer's block and just look at it for what it is. Maybe it's that's not your time. Your hour hasn't come for that chapter yet. Go back, experience life, come back to it. Period. So, things will come to you. Be ready for it. This is your hour. Your water is about to break. You are in your nesting. Right now in the nesting, for the men that don't know what nesting is, because y'all like, what's nesting? Looking like the birds when they build a nest. What am I supposed to do? Go get some straws and put them together? What am I supposed to do? I want a nest. No, sweetheart. What you need to do, what nesting is, nesting means that before you get ready to give birth in your 3rd trimester, this is when things start feeling good. You have trouble, you get nervous about things, you have a nervousness about you, right? In your 3rd trimester, because you know that reality is about to come, you're about to birth a thing, right? Which is the baby. You're about to birth this baby, so you get a little nervous, you get excited, you have all these emotions going on, but all of a sudden you get this calmness about yourself. In the 3rd trimester, towards the end, you get a calmness about yourself. All of a sudden, you just want to clean up everything. You just want to start moving stuff. You want to start giving stuff away, getting stuff, making room for things. Because when God get ready to bless you, period. And remember, children are blessings. When you get ready to bless, you have to make room for it. So in order to bring a baby in, you have to make room for it. Key word, room for it. So anything that comes from God, room for it, because he's always going to add and multiply. In order for him to add and multiply, you have to have the room. So in the nesting phase, you start cleaning, preparing, moving stuff, getting stuff ready, because you got to bring something in. In that, all of a sudden you get some calmness, and then you get a glow about you. You just get happy. You get joyous. You don't know what you're celebrating yet. You know you're about to give birth, but you don't know why you're so excited. And this is pretty much how I look at it. It's just the angels, the spirit in you is jumping for joy. Remember, Elizabeth and Mary, they get together, their stomachs was jumping because Jesus and his cousin was just having a good time. Jesus and John like, hey, yo, I know you, bruh. I know you. Okay, you gonna go before me, and then I'm gonna come. You know the story. You know where we come from. Keep it light. Keep it light, my guy. Keep it light. Don't do too much, because I'm the one that's really gonna come and shake the scene. You just gonna be baptizing people, and then until they come to me, then I'm baptizing in my name. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. They had their own thing going on. So in that moment of your last trimester, you're going to feel some joyousness in your spirit, because your spirit knows that life is about to come, because this is the best gift of all. The greatest gift of all of God, from God, is love. And what you about to birth is love. So anyway, so that's what nesting is. And you just feel good. You enjoying yourself. Hey, you resting more. You're taking a nap. You're feeling good. That's what nesting is. And then all of a sudden, your water breaks. And this is when people would say all hell broke loose. I don't know. She got to screaming. Water was everywhere. I don't know if it was water, if it was pee. I don't know what it was. It was just stupid. And now I was over here. What's a plug? I don't know. She told me to grab the plug. I grabbed the plug, and you weren't supposed to touch the plug. But whatever. Y'all men, y'all don't know nothing. That's what. It's like all hell breaking loose, but it's not. Beauty is coming through. It looks like everything is going wrong. But in the mix of everything going wrong, it is everything going right. That's what nesting is. That is when you're contraction. That is when you're about to give birth, when your water break. And then when you get ready to have that baby, you don't remember anything else. None of that stuff mattered. All the trials and tribulations that you went through, everything that you did to get to this point, that stuff don't even matter anymore. Matter of fact, people they can't make you mad no more. I don't even care. You don't like me? Oh, well, I don't care. You're not even going to be the pipe. Matter of fact, you're going to be so humble in this point because of the fact everything you went through. So that dark night of the soul was so necessary for you to see you versus you, because now this is the humility part. This is the humbleness. This is you sitting back saying, you know what? I could do you like you did me, but I'm not. God done blessed me, and I done birthed this idea. I done birthed out of my purpose, and I got everything that I want, and I got the millions of dollars. Just because I got it and he overflowed my cup. He poured into my cup runneth over. Does not mean I got to give it to you. Those are my boundaries. It's not that I'm being nasty. It's just that you can't. It's not. No, that's not for you. My overflow is for the people that he's going to send to me. He's going to send the people to me that I'm supposed to help. See, I understand my role now. You get this calmness and you're just like, hey, it's all right. Because you know that you have to be a mother in that moment. You have to nurture this new baby. This is all you. You don't have to do anything. When that baby want to eat, guess what, moms? Your breast will know. It's going to already be ready to feed them. Your business will know. You'll know when you need to step in, because now this is just passive income. You sit back. This is your blessing. This is what you birthed. So get ready. When your water break, call me. Book. Listen, your first session with me with life coaching, hey, it's free. Do it under consultation. Call me when you get birth. I'll count your. It's free. Do it under consultation. Call me when you get birth. I'll count your contractions. Listen, as you going through with the contractions, because the hell breaking loose, water breaking contractions, call me. I'm going to keep you calm. Listen, I keep looking at my watch because I'm going to count the contractions, because I'm going to know. Like, all right, here you go. Yep, it's time for them to call because hell done broke loose. Something's going on. And I got to be there and make sure that I guide you and keep you on the right track. Okay? So, if nobody told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you and I'm so proud of you. Michelle, what time is it? 8:39. I'm going to call you in about 30 minutes, sister. But listen, nobody told you today, I love you and I'm so, so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. If you stayed on the live and we kicked it all this time, that means that this message was for you, okay? So get ready, get ready, get ready. If y'all haven't followed, make sure you follow. And also, if you haven't got your book, it's Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Listen, I'm supposed to be doing a book club, everything else. I got so many different things going on, and I did my part. I set up everything. And it's not, sometimes some things are not supposed to happen right now. It'll happen in the time. I just needed to have it set up. I need to be ready. So if you haven't got your book, get your book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. If you want a life coaching session, do not book the first life coaching session. Book a consultation, because my whole thing is, yeah, of course I want your money. However, the consultation is free. Listen to me and listen to me very carefully. If I can't help you, then I'm going to refer you to someone else. I don't believe in anybody wasting their money or their time. And in this first consultation of us talking and getting to understand what it is, maybe we can solve what we need to solve within that first consultation. You don't have to spend the money at all. However it goes, the whole job is for me to do what I'm supposed to be doing, is operating in my purpose. And if we feel that we need to have sessions, then we will go ahead and set up sessions. But until then, you book your consultation and we'll work from there, okay? Personal training, I have pulled that from my website from this time right now, because I'm actually working on a program that I am going into the 7th week of right now. And so until I finish the program, because I got to test my own product first before I put it out there to y'all. I need you to see that it works for me, and then you'll want it. If you want it, then fine, get it. If you don't want it, then don't get it. Yes. And what else I got going on? Meditation. I do meditation classes. Go ahead and you can book that as well, because that's the most important thing. Let me put this out there real quick about meditation, because a lot of people think that yoga meditation is of the devil and this, that, and the third. And a lot of people that never studied or tried to figure out what these things were or what it is, they will interpret it to be anything. So if you go back to Gnostics and different things like that, and the different studies that shows that a lot of witchcraft, they did the yoga and all this stuff, this, that, and the third. I'm here to tell you, even Jesus talk about meditation. If you go in the mindset of not knowing what you want to do and you do these things, then guess what? Yes, you can invite any and everything you can do. I don't know. I just know that I go in to clear my mind. It's to clear my mind. It is to clear me, to bring me, recenter me back to me. That is the whole purpose of meditation, is to recenter you back to your being of being present. It is about taking the anxiety away. It is about taking the anxiousness, the worry, the stress. It is about centering yourself to bring you back to present, teaching you how to, and this is part of your self-love journey, because when you're in stressful situations, it is to be able to stop a thing from being a thing by saying, okay, present. Right now, I'm okay. Right now, what they just told me, I'm going to owe $1,000 by such and such, but today I owe nothing. Right now, in this moment, I am okay. That's what it's about, recentering you back to present so you can make good decisions, great mindful decisions, so that's that. And then it also teaches you I teach you as well during the life coaching, how to choose the right the right emotions for the right feelings, and use the right words to articulate how you feel. And that helps you balance yourself. It helps you look at things outside of the box and for what it is. So if you're looking for that, then go ahead and book that. So I am out. Remember, God will pour into your cup until it overflow. The overflow is not just for you to give it to your mom and them because, you know what, I got all this extra money. Let me go buy y'all houses. Let me go take care of all y'all. Let me go do all this. Not what it's for. You are the new store. You're the storehouse now for God's people. The churches are about to be done with, right? So God is going to send people your way so you can help them. Now, what's in your cup is for you. That's something that he wanted to bless you with. That is for you. That is for you doing the job that you were supposed to do. Okay? Create boundaries. That's what self-love is. Get the book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It's on Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble website. The link is in my bio. Bye, you guys. And I love you.